So now in this part of the weather chapter, we will learn about humidity, precipitation, clouds, different types of clouds, everything in detail. Before I start what is humidity, let's learn what is evaporation. So evaporation is a process by which water changes from liquid to gaseous or vapor state through the process of heating. So evaporation depends on factors like temperature, dryness of air, clouds and the movements of air. Now let's learn humidity. So what is humidity? Humidity refers to the amount of moisture or water vapor that is present in the air. So the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere varies greatly from place to place and time to time. Humidity closely related to temperature changes. There are two types of humidity. One is absolute humidity, as you can see, another one is relative humidity. So let's learn absolute humidity. It is the actual amount of water vapor present in a given volume of air. So that means the water vapor holding capacity is more in hot air than in cold air. The absolute humidity in the air changes from 0 to regularly um, 30 kilometer per cubic meter when the air is saturated at 30 degrees centigrade. In this context, you need to know that humidity is um, measured in gram per cubic meter, right? Next is relative humidity. So relative humidity is the ratio between the actual amount of water vapor present in the air at a given temperature and the maximum amount of water vapor that the atmosphere can hold at that temperature. There is no unit of measurement, is always expressed in percentage. Remember, relative humidity always expressed in percentage. Relative humidity increases with the increase in the rate of evaporation by the process of temperature caused by the cooling of moist air. Next we will learn about condensation. So condensation is the change of state from the gaseous to the liquid or solid form. It takes place from cooling around a very small particle suspended in the air called condensation nuclei. Condensation depends on two factors. One is the amount of cooling, another one is the relative humidity of the air. There are different forms of condensation, as I mentioned here. What are these? Dew, frost, fog, mist, etc. and clouds. So first we will learn about dew. Now dew is formed when the winter temperature decreases to such an extent that it goes below the dew point. Water vapor condenses and settles on cool objects like grass, stones and leaves. Then frost is formed when the dew point is below the freezing point and the condensation takes place in the form of small ice particles over a large area. Fog is a type of cloud formed near the surface of the earth. The water vapor, before it can rise, the condensation near the surface like a cloud. It leads to the poor visibility. It generally forms during winter. It clears with sunrise. Mist is formed in the same way as fog. The visibility is more than 1 kilometer but less than 2 kilometer. Let's talk about clouds. Now clouds are formed by condensation of water vapor in the upper layers of the atmosphere. This condensation takes place during the dust particles which act as condensation nuclei. Tiny droplets of water are formed. These droplets remain suspended in the air, float together and are termed as cloud. Next, let's learn the types of clouds. Generally three types of clouds: high, medium and low clouds. So in the high clouds, the clouds like cirrostratus, cirrocumulus. Remember that high clouds do not bring any rainfall. Medium clouds include altocumulus and altostratus, and low clouds includes the clouds like stratocumulus, stratus, nimbostratus, cumulus, cumulonimbus. Remember, low clouds bring rainfall. Now let's learn some of the important clouds in detail. First is cirrus clouds. Cirrus clouds are very high clouds that are made from ice crystals. They are thin feathery clouds that you see generally we all see on a nice clear day. Stratus clouds are layered sheet like clouds. They are found at lower altitudes. Cumulus clouds are puffy cotton like clouds formed by vertical rising of air. Other clouds are made from combinations and variations of these clouds. The name of a cloud may also contain a prefix or suffix that tell you more about the cloud. So alto means high and nimbus means rain. So whenever the cloud name is say nimbus or altonimbus, means these clouds bring rainfall, as we learn about the three categories of clouds. Remember, whatever important clouds I have mentioned, these are on the basis of their appearance, shape, height at which they are formed, right? So these clouds are three categories: cirrus, stratus and cumulus. We already discussed about it. Okay, another important thing in the cloud part that you need to know, that the cloud cover is measured in a unit. That unit we call it octus. Okay, octus are presented or represented on the weather maps in the form of disk shade in different proportions. Okay, these disk shows the variety of clouds in the different weathery conditions, like thick dark clouds bring heavy rain, while white weathery clouds indicate clear weather. Okay, and in the weather map, if you see any weather map, these clouds are mentioned with a small disk which shows the cloud cover, and the unit we call it octus.